favorite on the dotted line. Let Philadelphia freedom ring and patriotic voices sing. Red, white, and blue, never give up. You represent America.
Hoping and praying for a brighter day. I listen to my heart and I obey. How can I see it any other way? I'm looking at life with my own eyes.
Today on Liberty's Kids.
The British are marching on Lexington and Concord by sea. We have no time to waste. Lives are at stake.
The regulars are coming! The regulars are coming!
The regulars are coming! The regulars are coming! 5 April 1775. Dear Mother, Dr. Franklin insists that his newspaper is stirring patriotism in the bosom of every colonist. But I am not so sure. There is no doubt their political passions run high here in the colonies. But there are so many people with so many different backgrounds. It seems to me that no two of the colonies share the same interests. Pennsylvania and Virginia are as different as France and Holland, or so I am told. As for me, I am proud to remain steadfastly British.
Shh, it's me. You heard the voices too?
I think it is thieves!
Or someone who disagrees with Dr. Franklin's newspaper.
They're here to destroy the printing press. Come on!
Look!
Who goes there?
Do you see anything? Good. Let us resume our business.
I'll scare them. You trip them up.
Run!
We got them! We got them!
Sarah, run and get Moses.
Oh, no need to get Moses. You already got him.
Huh?
Moses? But why? Why the sneaking around?
Maybe he's a traitor and a spy! He could have fooled us all along!
Don't be silly, Henri. I'm sure Moses has a perfectly logical explanation.
Oh, my back. Oh. Of course I have a logical explanation. I'm no traitor. I'm a mechanic.
You can fix a wagon. So?
The mechanics are a secret group of patriots concerned about how Britain is treating the colonies.
I thought that was the Sons of Liberty.
That's another group. Its membership is reserved for men of commerce. We craftsmen, having no group of our own, decided to form one. We call ourselves mechanics.
I never heard of them.
Because these doings are not games. There's great danger in simply knowing about these secret societies. Oh, thanks to your enthusiastic defense of Dr. Franklin's print shop, my mission is in dire jeopardy. I was to deliver this urgent message to Dr. Joseph Warren, a colleague of Samuel Adams. We have heard from our sources that the British Army is moving out of Boston to New York. If the colonists along the way think the British are attacking, they might react with violence. We don't want that to happen, and now I can't warn Dr. Warren.
I will take the letter to Boston, Moses. I'm your man.
And who says a woman cannot be part of this vital undertaking?
I'm going too!
Sorry, Henri. I'm going to need you here to help me get around. As for you two...
Moses, this message must be delivered. You said so yourself. There is no other alternative. You know I can do it.
We can do it. Two have a better chance than one.
That is true.
But Moses, she's British!
I may be British, but that doesn't mean I can't see both sides of the question. It's the violence and the bloodshed I fear and hate.
It's settled. A ship leaves for Boston at dawn bearing emergency supplies. I was to be on it. Now you two will go in my stead. No argument. As for tonight, get some rest.
Don't see why I have to rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Why so quiet? After all these long days and nights at sea, we're almost to Boston Harbor.
I'm worried. I hope I'm not committing an act of treason. What would my mother think?
We're saving lives. That's not treason.
Stay down and hold on. There be trouble ahead.
A British frigate. If they catch us with contraband aboard... Oh! They're firing on us!
Whoa!
Look out!
Don't worry, they're just warning us off. The harbor's still closed. We'll lose them by staying in the shallow waters, close to the coast where they cannot go. But we're going to have to put you ashore several miles south of Boston. I'm afraid you'll have to walk the rest of the way.
Thank you!
Goodbye!
We have to walk through that?
Unless you can sprout wings and fly, fear not. We're only 2 hours from Boston.
Ugh, yuck!
Don't worry. The frogs here are probably too big to fit into your shoes.
These wretched bugs. 2 hours, you said? It's been 4, and they've been the longest hours of my life.
Luckily, according to the maps, the road should be dead ahead. See? There it is!
Oh, my dress is ruined.
It'll dry soon enough. Let's eat. I'm starving.
Someone's coming.
We'd better hide. Who knows if they're friend or foe? British regulars!
Halt! Halt, I say. I spy something on the ground there. Have a look, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Bread and cheese, sir. Dropped here within the last few minutes, I'd wager. Not an ant in sight.
Have a look around, but be quick about it. We must join the others in Boston tonight for tomorrow's journey to Lexington and Concord.
Nothing here. Nowhere else to hide. Perhaps there's someone on the road ahead of us.
If that be so, we'll catch up with them shortly. Come. Here!
That was close.
That was messy. My clothes. Whoa!
Sarah, the British are not going to New York at all. They're riding to Lexington and Concord. We have to tell Dr. Warren.
Dear heavens!
Dr. Warren?
Yes. Was there an accident?
No accident, sir. That's not to say we look this way on purpose.
Let me get to the point, sir. We come from Philadelphia with an urgent message from the mechanics, but even more importantly...
Hold on. I'm not aware of any mechanics who send messengers. What sort of mechanic? Cobbler? Wainwright? I cannot talk to you now.
Wait, we're from the printer.
Ah, and the printer's wife, how is she?
We both know he isn't married, sir.
Come in, quickly. I must apologize for my interrogation, but with all the spies around, one can never be too careful. Well, now, you know who I am, but I don't know who you are, other than you've come from Dr. Franklin's print shop in Moses.
The printer. Right.
I'm Sarah Phillips, sir.
James Hiller.
Please excuse the way we look. We've been at sea for almost 2 weeks, and then walked through an endless swamp to get here.
You came all the way from Philadelphia?
Moses said our message was urgent.
Hold on. There are some gentlemen here who should hear this. James Hiller and Sarah Phillips, Paul Revere and William Dawes.
Call me Billy.
Please, I'm sure.
James and Sarah have brought us urgent news from Philadelphia.
What we've seen outside the city is much more pressing, sir. Boston Harbor remains blockaded, and the British are on the move, but they are marching on Lexington and Concord, not New York.
That confirms everything we know. Tonight's the night.
Yes, the rumors Moses heard about the British marching on New York are completely false. The rumors we heard from the British groom are completely correct. The British are marching on Lexington and Concord by sea, which means they'll be going after Samuel Adams and John Hancock, not to mention the colonists' stores of guns and ammunition.
Not if we get there first.
We have no time to waste. Lives are at stake. Warn every volunteer from here to Concord. Wake them up. Knock on every door if need be.
I'll go by land, out through Boston Neck.
Right. After I set the signal at North Church and let everyone know the British are coming by sea, I'll cross the river and arrange for a horse in Charlestown.
It will be dangerous, but if one meets with trouble, perhaps the other will get through.
We've got to be part of this.
But James, I'm verging on treachery already.
You're looking at it all wrong. This is history in the making. Dr. Franklin needs us to observe. Otherwise, who will ever know what actually happened this night?
You're right. The truth must be told.
We'd like to come with you.
Yes, to describe these events for Dr. Franklin's newspaper. The whole world must learn of such momentous happenings.
They would make good cover.
We'll help raise the alarm.
I am well raised, Mr. Dawes, but I can be loud.
She can. Breaks glass all the time.
All right, then. Come along.
Hold on. I don't know if Dr. Franklin would consent to my putting you two in danger.
Sir, Dr. Franklin's right-hand man, Moses, sent us here.
And Dr. Franklin is behind us 100%.
Philadelphia to Boston in just 13 days?
I still find that nearly impossible.
With all due respect, sir, nearly impossible and impossible are two distinctly different things.
And we have to cover this story and let people know what happens.
Very good, then. Godspeed. And right well. Tell the world of our gallant boys and our midnight ride to stop the bloodshed.
Sorry to disturb you, Mr. Newman, but the British regulars are definitely on the move, and they are preparing to cross the Charles River.
2 lanterns, then?
Yes, just as we agreed. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. The whole city will be able to see them from the belfry.
Do you hear that? Sounds like soldiers.
We don't have much time.
Petticoats to muffle the oars. Great idea. Too bad about the full moon, though. I feel like there's a lantern on us.
Shh. The Somerset.
Paul, over here!
Deacon Larkin. Reliable as always.
I saw the lanterns. My father's horse, as promised.
I hope she's fast.
One many a race for me. Watch out for the red bellies! The roads are crawling with them.
To the north!
Yes, it's the regulars. Whoa! Good eyes, girl. I believe the British are crossing to Cambridge. We've no time to lose!
Whoa!
What's the matter?
Riders coming. British patrol. Perfect stopping place for them. Hey ya!
Dash it all!
After them!
The regulars are on the march!
The regulars are coming! The regulars are coming! Hey! The regulars are coming! Wake up! Wake up! The regulars are coming!
The regulars are coming! The regulars are coming!
The British are coming! The British are coming!
Wake up! The regulars are coming!
Wake up!
The regulars
British
are
are coming!
coming!
The British are
Wake
coming!
up!
John Hancock, Sam Adams, bestir yourselves! Welcome to Clark House, James, known for its peace and quiet. Sound the alarm!
Halt! People are sleeping here. Keep the noise down.
Noise? You'll have noise enough before long. The regulars are coming. Help me wake the house.
Coming! Don't break it down. What's going on, Paul?
John, Sam, the regulars are on the move. They mean to capture you two and all the munitions they can find.
We'll gather up our things and repair to Buckman Tavern to plan our escape.
James, how was your ride?
Incredible!
James, take care of the horses.
I'll help.
Mr. Revere's courage is amazing. When I tell the story, he'll be famous.
But his is only half the story. Mr. Dawes has been doing the same thing just as amazingly.
I can only write what I witness, and I've been with Paul Revere.
I witness great events too. From now on, I'll be a journalist. I can't let people get all their news from James.
Mr. Dawes and I are riding on to Concord. We'll understand if you don't want to come.
And miss a huge story? Of course, Sarah may want to stay.
Not a chance.
My horse is tired. He's had a long night.
We all have.
There's a rider coming.
Revere? Dawes?
Dr. Prescott, the freedom fighter?
Call me Samuel. I heard about your ride, Paul Revere, and I thought I'd join you.
You! Hold there!
Let's split up.
See you in Concord.
My horse will never make it.
It will now. Go. They won't do anything to me. I'm a British subject.
You're also a brave girl. Yeah!
If you're staying, I'm staying. Go, Mr. Revere, and good luck.
You're in my charge. The others will get the message through.
You! What's your name?
Revere. Paul Revere.
Boston's famous express rider. What brings you out tonight? I see you've been riding hard, alerting the countryside of our regiments headed this way.
I won't deny it.
Dismount, sir. Sergeant, take his horse, Mr. Revere. If you attempt to run or we are insulted, you'll pay the price.
You may do as you please.
What are you two doing out here? Shouldn't you be in bed, leaving such treasonous activities to your elders?
I've committed no treason. I'm a loyal British subject from a respectable English family.
Oh, but of course. Pardon me for not recognizing you immediately, your ladyship. It was the muddy face and dirty hair that had me fooled. Sergeant, round up these urchins. We'll need someone to clean up after the horses. Listen, a skirmish ahead. Sergeant, prepare the men to engage.
What about the prisoners, sir?
They're traitors. We shall deliver them to the civil authorities.
But they'll slow us down, sir.
You're right, Sergeant. Release them, but keep the horse. It's fresher than ours.
Yes, sir. You're free. I strongly suggest you go home Don't let our patrols catch you on these roads again.
Company forward!
Come, let us go.
Where are we going?
Back to Lexington. We have to help Hancock and Adams escape.
What a story this is going to be!
Yes, and I plan to help write it.
Thanks for your help. You'll be safe here at the inn.
Thanks for letting us come along. All the world will know of your brave acts when my newspaper article is published. Gotta get these notes down while tonight's events are fresh in my mind.
I'll have little something for you to include with your dispatch.
What is that? Your autobiography?
No, just the half of the story you left out. The truth must be told.
How I wish for a day when words will fly across the sea at the speed of lightning and not wait these long, interminable months at sea. I worry overmuch about the colonies, I hope, but I fear that this tense situation is headed for confrontation, not compromise. I fear for my friends and my allies. I fear for Moses, without whom my life at home could not go on. I fear for James, Sarah, and Henri, the young ones in my charge. This is no time to be bold and brash, but try to tell that to youthful souls caught up in the passion of the times. In the end, no man or woman can remain neutral. There's a day of reckoning coming, and nothing I can do will prevent it.
On the dotted line, let Philadelphia freedom ring and patriotic voices sing. Red, white, blue, never give up. You represent America.
Hoping and praying for a brighter day. I listen to my heart and I obey. How can I see it any other way? I'm looking at life with my own eyes.
Today on Liberty's Kids.
Look, a farm!
We won't be stopping at that farm, Sarah. They're slaves.
I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death.
Dearest Mother, the mood in the colonies has turned ugly. Parliament has placed the port of Boston under blockade as punishment for the Tea Party. With the harbor closed to trade, the subjects of Boston are idle and suffer greatly. Tensions are on the rise. Dr. Franklin's printing press is working round the clock to keep up with all these events.
Moses, it did it again! This old thing is a hunk of junk! How are we supposed to get out the latest news from Boston if our press keeps breaking down?
James, this poor old press is ready for retirement. However, I have just the fix.
Great! What do you need? A wrench? A hammer? I'll fetch it for you.
A wagon.
A what?
A big, sturdy wagon. I made an offer on a new press. We just have to pick it up.
Great! Where is it? Market Street?
Williamsburg.
Williamsburg? Williamsburg, Virginia?
We leave at the first flight of day. but nothing. We must have a dependable press. The people count on us for their news. Besides, you never can tell what news you'll uncover in a different colony.
Yes, but is it safe? I mean, for you? Slavery is everywhere in Virginia. It's not at all like Boston or even here in Pennsylvania.
These are dangerous times for everyone, and I'm willing to do what I can for the common cause. I won't be without some protection. I have this letter from Dr. Franklin. It attests that I am a free man. I carry it with me, always.
Moses, if the colonies had 10,000 men as brave as you, Parliament wouldn't dare mess with us.
Speaking of mess...
Right. Where's the soap?
You don't know?
Well, let's see. I used it just last Saturday.
More like last January.
Still working at this hour?
Sarah, Henri, big news. I'm going with Moses to Virginia to buy a new printing press.
And leave me here alone with her?
And leave me here alone with him?
I'm going with you.
I hope this new press is worth the money, Moses.
As Dr. Franklin said, a penny saved is a penny earned. This press will save us a very pretty penny.
How much longer till we get to Williamsburg?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
You're always hungry. I hope we get there in time for the session of the House of Burgesses. I want to hear Patrick Henri speak.
Patrick who?
Patrick Henri. He's a lawyer from Virginia. He was a delegate to the First Continental Congress. And what a speaker.
Don't tell me this Patrick Henri is a rebel.
He's not a rebel, Sarah. He's a patriot. He wants the southern colonies to join the common cause with New England.
Why would a subject of Virginia care what's happening in Massachusetts? It's a completely different country.
With men like Patrick Henri, it might just become one country.
Look, a farm! Whoa! Those workers will know how far it is to Williamsburg.
We won't be stopping at that farm, Sarah.
Why not?
Because those workers aren't just workers. They're slaves. Let's go.
Lady Phillips, how grand to see you again.
Dr. Franklin, you're leaving us?
The rumor is true, Lady Phillips. As soon as I tie up my affairs here in London, I will return to my home, to Philadelphia, to America.
Oh, Doctor, you will be missed.
By my friends, perhaps, but my enemies are in far greater numbers, and if they shed tears upon my departure, they shall be tears of joy. What word have you from your lovely daughter, Sarah?
She's off on a trip to Williamsburg, which is the capital of the colony of Virginia, I believe.
Does she say why? I haven't had a letter in some weeks now.
Something about buying a new printing press. I take comfort knowing she's in the company of your people, James and Henri, and your major domo, Moses.
Moses, you say?
Is there something wrong?
Perhaps not, but perhaps so.
This must be Williamsburg.
I smell ham. Ooh, I also smell mutton, roast beef, pudding, and pie. I love Williamsburg.
Henri, you're part bloodhound.
It is quite beautiful, civilized. It reminds me of the English countryside.
Sold!
Oh my goodness! Is that...
Yes, Sarah. The auction block. This is where my people are sold like cattle to the highest bidder. I was sold on the block in Charlestown, South Carolina, but they're all the same.
It's barbaric. I cannot look at it, not another second. I want to leave this place.
The newspaper office is right across the street. Come on, Moses. Let's pick up the printing press and get out of here.
No, James, you're a journalist. You have a job to do. I'll get the printing press. You get yourself over to the House of Burgesses and find out the latest news.
But...
No buts. Each of us must do his part.
Is it safe here for you, Moses?
As long as I have this letter, I'll be fine.
Come on, Henri. Do you want something to eat?
No. Suddenly, I've lost my appetite.
That's strange. It's locked.
In the middle of the day?
Here goes. Up you go. Ouch! Where is everybody?
Gone.
Gone? Gone where?
There is no more House of Burgesses. The Earl of Dunmore shut it down.
The Earl of who?
The Earl of Dunmore. He's the royal governor of Virginia.
He got mighty mad at the Assembly, especially Mr. Patrick Henri, for saying Virginia should raise an army to fight with the Boston people.
Now that's news. Are you sure?
I hear everything. Rumor has it, Mr. Henry's going to speak to a convention in Richmond, St. John's Church.
That's fantastic. Thanks. What is your name?
Oh, no. I've said too much already.
Wait till Moses hears this. Moses! Big news! We've got to go to Richmond! The Earl of Dunmore sent the Assembly home, but they're going to meet anyway in Richmond. Patrick Henry's going to make an important speech. This is news.
We'd better get going.
Yep. What's wrong, Moses?
That's what's wrong.
He looks scared.
He's my brother.
He's your brother?
His name is Cato. We were separated when we were young, but I'd know him anywhere.
We have to do something.
Yes, but what?
We can buy his freedom.
With what? We spent all our money on the printing press.
I have some coins.
I'll sell this horse and wagon and carry the press home on my back if I must. But I'll not sit here while Cato is sold like a sack of flour.
He's a captured runaway. High-spirited, so he'll have to be watched carefully. Who'll start the bidding?
50 pounds.
I have 50 pounds. Do I hear 60?
60 pounds.
I have 60. Do I hear 70 pounds?
Stop the auction. This is most peculiar. You aren't allowed to bid at auction.
My offer stands, sir. 60 pounds, cash money.
This is outrageous! The nerve!
The man you are selling is my brother, Cato. I am a free man and have as much right to bid as any.
He speaks the truth, sir.
Quiet, child. It's bad enough I'm talking to him. I'll not stoop to discussing my affairs with a girl to boot.
I'd like to give him the boot.
Moses is a free man. Show him your letter, Moses.
It's from my employer, Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
I don't need no reading lessons. Ben Franklin's name don't mean nothing in Virginia. He's a Pennsylvania man. And if you belong to him, I suggest you get. And I mean now!
Moses, no! Stay calm.
Get him out of here! My bid stands at 50 pounds.
50 pounds, going once, going twice. Sold to Foreman Harrison of the Abernathy Plantation, Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, that's where Patrick Henri is speaking. Come on! Moses, Cato was sold to the Abernathy Plantation.
In Richmond. We are going to Richmond, aren't we, Moses?
As if we had wings.
There's St. John's Church. That's where Mr. Henry's going to speak.
You stay here and listen to his speech while I find Cato. The Abernathy plantation is just outside of town. We passed it coming in. I'll draw less attention on foot. Meet Cato and me here after dark.
Please let us go with you, Moses.
This is family, Sarah. I have to do this for my brother. Now make sure you get down every word Patrick Henri says. The colonies need to hear a man like Mr. Henri.
We won't let you down, Moses.
Good.
Are you going to just let him go?
James, look! His letter!
Well, it doesn't take 3 of us to copy down a speech.
And I can barely write my name.
True, but you are a world-class sneak. Henri, tail Moses. Keep your distance so he doesn't know he's being followed.
But at the first sign of trouble, fly back here and get us. Do you understand?
Certainement. Maybe I can't write English, but I understand it plenty.
What are you doing with the pencil?
2 heads are better than 1, especially when one of the heads is yours.
But you're not the journalist.
Shh! Mr. Patrick Henri.
The question before the House is one of awful moment to this country. For my own part, I consider it as nothing less than a question of freedom or slavery. There is no longer any room for hope. If we wish to be free, if we mean to preserve those privileges for which we have been so long contending, we must fight. I repeat it, sirs, we must fight. An appeal to arms and to the God of hosts is all that is left us. They tell us we are weak, unable to cope with so formidable an adversary. But when shall we be stronger? Will it be next week or next year? We are not weak. We are 3 million people armed in the holy cause of liberty. Gentlemen may cry, peace, peace, but there is no peace. The war is actually begun. The next gale that sweeps from Boston will bring to our ears the clash of resounding arms. Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty, or give me death.
Give me liberty,
or give me death.
Moses, what are you doing here? Are you crazy?
I came to get you, to take you with me to Philadelphia.
No, it's too risky.
I'm not leaving you here.
Don't worry about me. I have a plan.
A plan?
There is a rumor, a strong rumor from sources that are never wrong.
What is it?
Lord Dunmore is going to offer freedom to any slave who joins the British to put down the rebellion in Boston.
But that's just talk. I'm offering you a way out.
You're offering me a life on the run, as a fugitive. I want freedom. The freedom every man should have. I'll not spend my life looking over my shoulder, waiting for the bounty hunters to drag me back here in chains.
But...
Moses, I love you. You are a brave man for coming here. But I will not live my life as if I were a criminal when the crime is being committed against me. If I can win my freedom by helping the British, so be it. At least I will be the master of my own fate.
Are you sure?
I've never been more sure.
It's late. What's all that racket? You! Get him, boys!
Moses! I've got to get James and Sarah!
What does it all mean, James? Is Virginia going to send an army to Boston?
Not unless fighting breaks out. But thanks to Patrick Henri, at least Virginia will have an army. The convention voted funds to buy weapons and uniforms and hire officers. This is a great day.
James! Sarah!
Henri?
James! Sarah! Quick! Moses has been taken by the plantation men!
No!
Quick, the wagon! Yeah! We're coming, Moses!
Who is it at this hour of the night? Yes? How may I help you?
We're looking for our friend.
Moses! His name is Moses! Let him go!
What makes you think I have your friend, this Moses character?
I saw your foreman Harrison take him prisoner!
The runaway caught stirring up trouble in my slave quarters? That's your friend?
Yes, sir. He is our friend. Only Moses is not a runaway. He's a free man. See for yourself.
What is this?
That is a letter from Dr. Benjamin Franklin of Philadelphia.
I am aware of Dr. Franklin, but why is this any of his business?
Because, as a man of honor, you have no right to keep that which doesn't belong to you.
And this Moses belongs to Dr. Franklin?
Moses belongs to himself.
Is everything in order, Mr. Abernathy? I heard a wagon roll up.
The African named Moses. Where is he?
I locked him in the blockhouse. His running days are over.
Release him immediately.
Release him? But...
Now, Harrison. Our guests here have a long ride ahead of them, which I suggest you embark on post-haste.
So you believe us?
If Dr. Franklin is in the business of hiring Africans, that's his concern, not mine. Be off with you. But tell Dr. Franklin he's playing with lightning again. His radical notions about slavery might fly in Philadelphia, but he'll set the world on fire if he tries to export them to Virginia. You make sure you tell him that.
Oh, we will, sir. We will.
We'll be sure to tell him.
And then Patrick Henri said, "As for me, give me liberty or give me death."
That's a mighty fine speech. Good job, James.
It's a bunch of hogwash.
Hogwash? Sarah, it was greatness.
All that talk of freedom and liberty? Look what happened to Moses.
And what about Cato?
Yes, Moses. What about Cato?
Look.
Freedom for slaves who take up arms against the colonists.
It's signed by Lord Dunmore for His Majesty King George III.
Cato is taking his own path to freedom. If it's God's will, he'll succeed. I believe it is God's will. I believe someday all my people will drink from the cup of liberty, just like Patrick Henri said.
Dearest Mother, we have returned safely from Virginia, but not without terrible fright, and not without the blinders being lifted from my eyes. Whatever unity Mr. Patrick Henri was able to achieve by bringing the colony of Virginia into the cause with New England, this land shall remain divided as long as slavery remains the law. It is an awful practice, degrading to the slave and to the master. It's an evil that should be stamped from the world wherever it lives. I've learned there are many paths to freedom. Moses took one path, his brother Cato another, just as England and the colonies are traveling different paths. My great fear is these paths are destined to collide. Freedom will not come cheaply. It never does. Your loving daughter, Sarah.